Where are we really? That's the question that we should be asking about the market. And there's a lot of people out there who are giving their opinion on how the market has changed in the last year or even since the spring and not actually backing it up with data or backing it up with what they think is data that's incorrect. So we're going to dive into that today. I'm going to show you real data with real facts and give you a good answer of exactly where the market is. You ready? Happy Thursday, everybody. It's Brian Simmons here with eXp Realty in Southern Oregon. And that's correct. I said Thursday. This is the first time I've done the market report on a Thursday, although we are looking back at the data as of Wednesday to keep it consistent. If you could do me a quick favor and please hit the subscribe icon, click the like button, and share this video with anybody you know who is looking to buy or sell real estate in Southern Oregon. I'd really appreciate that. If you're curious what your home's worth or you want to do some house hunting, check out the description of this video. There's some really great links in there to help you out, or you could always go to my website, buyingsouthernoregon.com. Now, let's go ahead and run through the data, and I'll tell you what's going on in the market in the last week between Jackson and Josephine counties of Southern Oregon. 1,217 active single-family residential listings on the market as of yesterday, Wednesday. 112 new listings hit the market over the last week. 153 price changes. 25 came back on the market. 110 went pending. 96 closed, and 46 were either expired, withdrawn, or canceled. And that all brings us to 12.68 weeks worth of inventory if we were to go based on just a snapshot of that 1 week. And that's the lowest number we've seen since July, which is pretty good. Now, I mentioned to you that I want to dive into the data and show you what's actually going on in the market, because I've heard a lot of people talking about, the market's done this or that in the last year, it's gone so much down, or values have gone up or down, or whatever it is. And I think that it is worth showing you exactly what has happened so that you're not left speculating or wondering because you heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. And better yet, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so this is a look at the actual data of what has actually been going on in the market. Okay, and so to be clear, this is Jackson, Josephine counties closed single family residential listings from September of 2020 to through the end of August of 22. Okay, so you can see right now the average sold price is this black little dot here, and the average sold is $497 for August. Okay, August of 2022. If you look back here, this is February, $494. So at $497, that's the highest it's been. Okay, average sold price is essentially home values being tracked across time. Okay, so when you think about what is your home worth, or what are home values doing in our market, average sold price is the metric that we generally look at to determine it, because it's looking at all of the sold homes. So we look at 497 as being the average in August. That's higher than it's ever been going back any time in this history from September of 2020. So if people are telling you that home values are coming down from anywhere, that's obviously not the case. Okay, this is the data straight out of the MLS, and for Jackson and Josephine counties, the average sold price has not come down at all in a year, in a month, in 6 months, 9 months, any months. It has not come down at all. Okay, you can see that very clearly. What has gone down is if you look at, there's a couple things that have gone down. So this sold price to listing price ratio, if you go back to last August, it was 99.7, which means that if you listed your house for $100,000, you were going to get 99,700 on average. Okay. Now, if you sold your house or you listed it at 100,000, you're going to get 97,900. So you're not, the sold price is 97.9% of the list price on average now. So obviously that's been slowly decreasing as inventory has crept up, and I could show you a chart of what inventory has done, but it's essentially, you can figure it out. It's gone from probably about 700 or 800 here to about 1,200 units on the market in that amount of time. So that's the effect. The other thing to be aware of here is sold volume. Okay, so the total amount of volume is 192.4 million in August of 2022. You go back a year ago and it was 237 million in volume, and that's volume is just the number of basically the total amount of homes that were sold from a dollars standpoint. Okay, so you could see sold volume was 197 million, and back in August of 21, it was 239 million. So definitely a decrease in volume. If you look at this one, this is a better illustration of that point, I think. So you see the black dot shows you the number of units that were sold. And so in August of 22, we had 387 units sold. Okay, you can see that right here as well. You go back to August of 21, there was 489, right? So quite a few more sold back then. So this is basically reflecting that the market has cooled off, is what I would say. That has not been reflected in home values like we just discussed, but this shows you that the amount of volume that we've seen has obviously gone down. There's less homes being sold now than there were August of last year. Okay, 489 last year, 387 this year. Okay, another thing that I would call out is if you see this kind of downward trend in the black dot, I wouldn't really worry a whole lot about that, because you could see that kind of same thing happening too. It's pretty standard for July, June, July to be kind of the peak. Where are we at? June, June, July. That's generally what you'll see in a lot of years. Is June or July tends to be the most activity. So, anyways, I wanted to just point that out to you, because you can see again, volume is down. This also does a good job of showing days on market, right? So that's this darker colored bar. Days on market has gone up, no question about it. Again, back in August of 21, we were looking at 22 days on market on average. Now we're looking at 36 days on market on average. Again, that's primarily because inventory has gone quite a bit up. So I just look back at the numbers, and in September last year, we had about 800 single family residential listings on the market. Okay. And then it went down and has kind of slowly, this is looking at since January 1st. And it's climbed, peaked, and starting to come back down. And that's just kind of what it does. And same thing with weeks worth of inventory. You can see that doing the same thing. So as you can see, there is some data that shows that things have changed. The amount of inventory on the market is obviously much higher. The days on market is much higher. The volume is quite a bit lower, but has that done anything to the home values? The data shows that it is not. So the average sales price has continued to still climb. It's higher now than it's ever been. August was the highest month of that whole period. Okay, so it's hard to say that home values are coming down or have come down when the data simply shows that that's not the case. You may be able to find specific pockets within the area. Maybe there's price points where if you looked at the average between 600 and a million, maybe that started to come down a little bit. Or maybe if you look at Jackson County versus Josephine County. But I always look at the two counties together, single family residential homes, because I think that's the most accurate representation of what's going on in the Rogue Valley. That's what is actually going on. Home values are good, still going up, and maybe that'll continue, maybe it won't. We don't know. But what we do know is that they're high, and that's all we can really say. They're as high as they've ever been. Volume's low. Inventory's coming down. It's high, but coming down. And that's where we're at. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps if you're looking to buy or sell. I hope that helps you with making decisions. Again, if you're looking to do some house hunting or you want to know what your home is worth, check out the description of this video or visit my website, buyingsouthernoregon.com. And please don't forget to click on the like button and hit the subscribe icon and share this video with anybody who is looking to buy or sell real estate in Southern Oregon. Have a great one, and we'll see you next week.